everyone, happy Monday. It's Charlotte. Welcome to my home. Well, mistakes happen. They happen to all of us no matter how long you've been doing this. You get on a roll, you get in the zone, you're working, and then you realize, why did I do that? What have I done? I know better than that. You start beating yourself up. And then you realize too, that's not gonna work. No sense in doing that. So this is the mistake. If you're following my videos, you saw that sweet little Halloween journal that fit inside a folded wax sandwich bag, which by the way is off to its new home, and I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you love it and you enjoy it. But what I had with that was I just took the sandwich bag, folded it in half, clipped the ends, had two pockets this one contained because it has a nice gusset, really, really cute little journal, two large tags here, and everything was collaged, just like this is. Collaged with a Scotch glue stick. Guess what? It doesn't stick. It doesn't stick. So I went to take it and work with it. I noticed the end was peeling off. I had to white glue it, but meanwhile the whole thing peeled off just like this did. I'm like, Charlotte, what's wrong with you? Aren't you thinking? But something great came out of that mistake, because what I ended up with was something see-through. So this was the first one I played around with, and when I took it off, I noticed I have this little opening down here. Now, no big deal, you know, okay, so what, you have a little opening down there, who cares? Well, that little opening got this little brain going, and I thought this would make a great tag. Well, really not so much, because when you turn it over, I don't know if you can see that shine. That's my dried glue stick. You can't write on that. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, you know, not really a great tag if you want to use it to write on. So I thought, let's see what gesso will do. I did gesso it. The gesso did stay, although it was beating up because of the wax. I let it dry. It did dry. I am assuming, because this is gesso, that yes, you can write on that. So pretty cool, but not cool enough. So wait for it, wait for it. I got my doilies out, and I fell in love with the fact that you could see through these. Isn't that just, I mean, yeah, you can see right through that. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? Now, I got to thinking, okay, that's great, but this, because it's cardstock, is pretty sturdy. This, because it's paper, wasn't. I mean, you could bend this, you could fold it, it would not have made a good pocket or a good tuck. And I thought, what can I do to this? The same with this one. I mean, the effect, I think, is just the coolest thing ever. So I'm sitting there thinking, literally for 2 days, thinking, how can I make this so that it is not so pliable? I collage podged it, which gives it a beautiful, pliable leather feel. I Mod Podged it, which didn't do anything. I even put Liquitex varnish on it, thinking maybe that will make it pretty sturdy. No, that didn't work. Thought about it, because I fell in love with this idea. I just think that is the coolest thing ever. But what can you do with it? You can't write on it. Can't use it for tucks or pockets. If you glue paper on the back, then you lose the whole effect. So I was just sitting there thinking, acetate, Charlotte, acetate. So I got out my sheets of acetate, and you probably can see the acetate, because I wanted a way to be able, now you can't write on it. you can see the collaging on the back, and obviously you can't write on the acetate, but you can use this for a really, really cool tuck or pocket. And yeah, I mean, I fell in love, and I thought, let's put this in a journal. What do I have? Got paper here. I mean, look at this look at that. That to me is the coolest thing. And then anything you put behind it, look at that. I fell in love with the whole idea of this. So I went out and just kind of was playing around, and I came up with these. I came up with this lavender one. Think this is so cool, the fact that you can see behind there, all because, oh yeah, I messed up. So I took my doily and created this one, and you can see behind it, but you need something, you know, the acetate, I don't know what else you could use that would still allow you to be able to see through. This one has just a few little peekaboos there, but it's still there. Pretty cool. So I thought, let's make one together, and you can see what I mean. This one is the last one that I did, so it doesn't have the acetate on it, but you can see where the glue is shiny, and you would not, there's not any way you could write on that. And I think even if you took a felt pen, it would just smudge. And if you put it on paper, you would see you have just a regular collage. So let's try this together. And I did go ahead, I didn't do a lot, but I want to tell you one thing I found is that obviously you don't want to hide all your laces, because if you do, what's the point? You know, your doily work, if you're going to just have a regular collage, you might as well just do it on paper. But one thing I have found is, you know, it's kind of by trial and error. And these really were the first two that I did. And I thought, oh, it'll be really easy just to cut the acetate. But to whatever shape you have. But what you have to keep in mind is if you're going to be if you're using this as a tuck or a pocket and you're going to be putting something in there, you don't want a lot of jagged edges. So I found it was easier to try to keep it more with squared corners. So the acetate runs this way. I didn't cut the lace out. You can cut the lace out if you want, but I try to keep in mind, okay, maybe squared corners are going to be the way to go. So if you are going to do squared corners, or if you want to punch a hole at the top, like here, there's really nowhere to punch a hole. You're going to go, I don't know, it's going to mess up all those little parts of the doily. So if you put your doily down like this, you've got this here, so you have to consider that when you're working, and try to keep that corner intact. Of course, when you do that, you are going to lose just a little bit of that see-through doily part. And there just really isn't anything that you can do about that. So once again, we've got the telephone issue. Sorry about that. Hopefully they won't call back. So you need to think about that when you're laying your doily out, that you might go ahead and try it. Just don't think about it, try it, and then see how that turns out. And if it works, see, I think because I've done enough of them now, I'm kind of like, yeah, I really like it when it can be a little more on the squared side. And I'll have enough doily work. So if we work it like this, you can see if I bring the doily all the way up, it's better here, but when I'm sitting, when my mind is thinking about stitching in the acetate, I think I'd like just a little something here, just to give it a little more strength. So let's see, what can I cut? Let me just cut a little piece here. Let's see what we have. Just like that. You'll just have to experiment with it, see what works for you, see how you like it, and let me know in the comments what you think about this, because I think this is pretty cool. I like the idea of being able to see through it. See, now I have some substance. So let's go ahead and put this down. And if you want to put something at the bottom, which more than likely we're going to do, it lifts right up. So don't worry about it if you go ahead and glue this down. Don't worry about that at all, because you're going to be able to pick up what you want. So we are just going to try and place what we think we might want, where we might want it, and let's just stay up here a little bit. I had picked up this piece here. I know I want to cover that up, but we need something up there, so let's see what we've got here. We'll do a little tearing. Put that there. Let's go ahead and do that. Pretty, pretty paper. This is, what is this? This paper is, I'll have to show you. Just give me a second. I've got the paper pack. We are working with Prima paper, of course. Love Story. It is so beautiful. Look at this, guys. Just really, really pretty paper. So that's what I am tearing up today, is Prima Love Story. So if we put this here, we can still see our rose, and we've covered up this part of the doily. So I like that, but I do not want to cover up that bird cage. So I'm asking myself, where are we putting this? And I like it there, but you can see, and you can leave that open. That is the beautiful thing about this. If you want that like that, you can leave that open. I don't think I want that like that, so I am going to tear a piece of paper. Love this. And put this right there like that. Really, really pretty marbled effect. And you don't have to wait long for this to dry or set up either. So that's a beautiful thing about it. So let's put this down. I'm so excited about this. I'm wondering if I did, and you don't have to have a sandwich bag. If you have waxed paper, that would work. I'm wondering if I did an entire page like this, how cool would that be? So if we put that on like that, beautiful. I hope everyone had a great weekend. My husband and I are streaming something on Amazon, so I hate to tell you, we didn't get a whole lot done this weekend. And his brother and his wife are coming October 5th. I'm getting antsy about getting some fall decoration out on my home. So I've been thinking about that. Let's put that there. You can see it is the same thing as just collaging a tag, only you are thinking about see-through, filigree. Like I would call that a filigree. So, yeah, guys, it's pretty cool. And it all happened because I didn't know what I was doing. Don't like that. Don't like that. Here we go again with the phone. Never stops. So, okay, what else can we use? Let's use some of this. See what this is. I'm kind of a mess today. Sorry about that. Don't like that edge, but I don't want to lose the roses. Can do that. So you're just going to go ahead and do what you would normally do. You're just going to go ahead, sorry, you know, it's a Monday and the phone is crazy. So you're just going to go ahead and you are going to collage. Let me grab a piece that's got some roses on it. I like this. I'll tear this. I think I need to find a way to turn the phone off. Oh yeah, that's pretty. What do you think? So we should be able to lift this. See how easy it is just to lift that right up like that? So lift this off. I am starting to work on the signatures of my, for my December daily. Working on those. And oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think I want some more roses. And then I need to get some journals made, guys, for sale. I do have one Halloween journal that is a hardback Nick the Booksmith type of a book that is ready to go. It is a writing journal. It doesn't have a lot of ephemera in it. It's got pockets and tags, but it's not overwhelming with pockets and tags. This little piece right here, let's put this down first. Now you could leave this part open. That's the beauty of this. You don't have to fill in every little piece that you see. You can have your little holes, your little see-throughs. Let's call them see-throughs. Let's see. Yeah. It's just as simple, guys. Look at that. Look at how pretty that tag is. So now if we just want to distress the tiniest bit, because I really like these colors, I don't want it heavy. Don't want that. Oh, I washed my brush, so it's not even in this room. Really lightly so you can see the, just go over this very, very lightly. I'm using the smallest little brush. I've noticed every once in a while I enjoy working with these brushes if I take them and I wash them. I think that they tend to get kind of gummy after a while. All right, keep your fingers crossed. We're going to lift her up. And you're going to see what the magic is about. So, here we go. You want to be careful. Don't rush it. I'm not giving this time to dry. So don't rush it. Let's see what we've got. And my bag, because I've used it so much, my bag is starting to fall apart. Time to get out a new one. Peel this right off. there's the back, there's the front. Look at how pretty that is. Now what I would do is I will take this to my cutter. Once it's dried, it's still tacky, so I'll let this dry. Once this is dry, then I'll take it to my cutter, and you don't have to do this. You can leave it like it is, but I'm going to take this to my cutter. I'm going to straighten this edge out, trim this off, and then I will put my latex on it. But yeah, you can see that. You can see, let's see, what can you see through with? You can see through that. Can you see it? I just think, guys, I don't know. I think this is the coolest thing ever, ever, ever. I love this. And all because I wasn't thinking. I just think this was a die cut. This right here that somebody had given me. This right here was a die cut. So you just take a die cut, and of course you can get the same effect too with the doily. And look at that, isn't that the coolest thing? And I thought I probably would use this in a journal this way, because this edge has a little bit more roughness to it. So I was thinking that edge. This one I have to finish. And then we've got these. I just love them. I just love this peekaboo. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's out there. I don't know. If it is, I missed it. But it's here now. So, guys, go have some fun. Get your doilies out and experiment with this. I think this is either, I got these doilies either from Artie Mays or Tsunami Rose. This is the doily I used the most. This doily here is this one here that I cut up, but absolutely love, love, love that. And then you can see, I added some trims to some of them and just played around. This one very, very vintage looking. This one was with the paper, and I like the cardstock, although you can see this really isn't that much weaker than the cardstock. So, hey guys, go have some fun, and I will be in either later on today or I will be in tomorrow, because I am putting this hardback book, Halloween book. It's got a lot of graphic 45 in it. That's going in my shop. So take care, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be safe, be good. Give this a try. Get your doilies out. Get your I'm gonna try this with lace, although lace is heavier, so I'm not real sure how that's going to work. But I will let you know, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope you'll give it a try, because it is a whole lot of fun. So I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.